year 2023 will be remembered for a lot. Technology, global warming, geopolitics, war, financing, and even housing. Hi friends and neighbors, I'm Brett West with the UrbanCastle team at McInerney Associates Realtors in Washington, D.C. It's 2024 and time to have a look at UrbanCastle's DC housing report and analysis for 2023. There's a lot to unpack, so hold on to your seats. Let's have a look back at the past 10 years. In 2023, a total of 11,879 units sold. You have to look back to 2016 to the next closest year when similar inventory sold. When we look at the average days on market, in 2023, homes spent about 51 days on the market. The next closest was 42 days on the market. That was in 2022. When we look at the median sold price for homes in Washington, D.C., it's $629,000 in the year 2023. The next closest median sold price was $630,000, and that was in 2020. Measuring total units sold in Washington, D.C., from 2022 to 2023, the total units was down by 15.24%. Comparing between 2013 and 2023, the total units sold was up by 13.54%. When comparing average days on market between 2022 and 2023, we are up 21.43%. When comparing between 2013 and 2023, the total average days on market was up by 82.14%. When examining the median sold price from 2022 to 2023, the median sold price is down by 3.97%. When comparing that between 2013 and 2023, however, that's up by 26.69%. So now that we've had a look at the market overall, let's break things down by property type. In 2023, there were 442 co-ops sold. That's down 14% from 2022. The average days on market was 68.3. That's down 5% from 2022. The median sold price was $374,854. That's actually up 4.4% from 2022. On average, these homes retained 95.33% of their original asking price, dropping about 4.67% to sell. Condominiums in 2023, there were a total of 3,010 sold. That's down by 25.9% from 2022. These homes spent 55.25 days on the market to sell. That's an increase of 12.8% from 2022. And on average, these homes sold for $500,162.50. That's down 2.77% from 2022. On average, these homes retained 97.43% of their original asking price, dropping about 2.57% from their original asking price to sell. DC row homes in 2023. There were 2,452 of these properties that sold. That's down 5.9% from 2022. These properties spent an average of 47.67 days on the market. That is up a huge 76.6% from 2022. The median sold price in 2023 for row homes in Washington, D.C. was $798,332.50. That's down 6.8% from 2022. On average, these homes retained 96.88% of their original asking price, dropping 3.45% to sell. In Washington, D.C., 898 detached properties sold during 2023. That's down 26% from 2022. They spent 46 days, on average, on the market before going under contract. That's an increase of 39% from 2022. And they sold at a median price of $1,063,750. That's down 12.8% from 2022. On average, these homes retained 94.31% of their original asking price, dropping 5.69% to sell. Let's have a look at my favorite neighborhood, 16th Street Heights. DC's perfect melting pot, flavored with Midwest friendliness, yet conveniently located 4 miles from the front door of the White House. During 2023, there were 0 cooperatives that actually sold in the neighborhood. So I'm pretty much just gonna skip right on over this property type for our neighborhood. During 2023, in 16th Street Heights, 20 condominiums sold. That's a 33.3% increase over 2022. These properties spent an average of 31 days on the market, which was a 31% decrease than in 2022. And these properties sold at a median price of $585,950. That's 45% more than they did in 2022. On average, these homes retained 96.6% of their original asking price, dropping about 3.4% in order to sell. In 2023, 43 row houses sold in 16th Street Heights. That's an increase of 38.7% from 2022. On average, these properties spent 36 days on the market. That's 125% more than in 2022. And the median sold price for row homes in 16th Street Heights during 2023 was $1,021,060. That is a 4% increase from 2022. On average, these homes retained 99.03% of their original asking price, dropping only 0.07. Detached homes in 16th Street Heights during 2023, there were 20 of these homes that sold, which is 15% less than in 2022. They spent an average of 55 days on the market, which is a whopping 189.5% more than in 2022. The median sold price for detached homes in 16th Street Heights during 2023 was $1,293,841. That's a 2% increase over 2022. On average, these homes retained 94.93% of their original asking price, dropping 5.07% in order to sell in 2023. So this demonstrates that real estate truly is local, hyper-local. Because even though the news isn't great, it's also not terrible across the city. However, it continues to improve in our neighborhood, 16th Street Heights. The big question, what's the deal with DC's housing market? Well, here's a look at how the mortgage interest rate for a 30-year fix has performed over the last 2 years. In January 2022, it was common to find a 3% rate. That increased in April of 2022 to 5%. But by September of the same year, it was up as high as 7%. In September 2023, we were seeing rates as high as 8%. Simply put, financing a home in Washington, D.C. was more expensive in 2023 than at any time as far back as 1999, when according to the US Census, the median home price in DC was $119,600. According to a recent article in Forbes, Washington, D.C. homes are steadily declining, which benefits home buyers as the market rebalances. We'll revisit that term in a second. This is all due to higher mortgage interest rates and lower demand. The Greater Capital Area Association of Realtors, also known as GCAR, reported a steady decrease in the median sold price since mid-2022. But that has somewhat rebounded in 2023 as inventory shortages keep home prices elevated. Homes in Washington, D.C. remain significantly more expensive than the national median sales price of $388,800, according to data from the National Association of Realtors. So, what is market balance when a good deal in the eyes of one is not a great deal in the eyes of the other? In the wake of several years when almost categorically contracts were accompanied by price cuts, seller credits to buyers, and extensive home inspection contingencies, and then several years when almost categorically contracts were accompanied by sky-high price increases and zero contingencies, this is what market balance should look like. Buyers tend to place reasonable offers on homes, and sellers tend to accept them. Homes will remain on the market for a moderate amount of time, neither lagging for months nor getting snapped up in mere hours or days. Home prices will remain stable or grow at a steady pace. What will 2024 look like? After a year where mortgage interest rates soared to more than 8%, we are already seeing some relief with rates in the mid-sixes. Listing agents and their sellers are digging in hard to make preparation and pricing reasonable in the eyes of the buyers. Parties should be willing to negotiate on pricing and terms that are mutually acceptable to buyer and seller. As always, the UrbanCastle team and McInerney Associates Realtors will be studying the market daily. So subscribe if you wish to stay in the loop on all things real estate inside the Beltway. Well, I hope you found this information useful. I always tend to find that I make better decisions when I'm armed with better information. What do you think? Did the 2023 DC housing market perform better or worse than you were expecting? Go ahead and leave a comment for us in the comment section below. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I look forward to being in touch again soon.